multiplying fractions, models, and equations. What I would like for you to do is pause the video and write down this question. Robin has read 3/4 of a book. Mark said he read half as much as Robin. What fraction of the book has Mark read? So pause the video, write down the question, and then I'd like you to draw a picture and try to solve this equation. So don't continue watching until you've tried to solve the equation or the situation on your own. Okay, so I'm going to start by just drawing a picture. I'm going to draw a fraction strip. So I know that Robin read 3/4 of a book. So I'm going to split this fraction strip into fourths. And I know that Robin read this much of the book. She read 3/4 of it. Now the question reads that Mark read half as much as Robin. Now I only have 1, 2, 3 pieces right here. So I know that if he read half, then he must have read this much right here, Mark. So, but the question says, what fraction of the book has Mark read? So Mark, this is 1.5, but that's only 1.5 of the 3/4. So what I have to do is split everything into equal size pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and split like this. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 equal size pieces, and I know that Mark read all of this, so Mark read 3 out of the 8 equal size pieces. So Mark read 3/8 of the book. Now, if we were to write an of statement, like we have been talking about, Mark read 1/2 of 3/4. And we know that when we have 1/2 of 3/4, that means 1/2 times 3/4, and we multiply numerator by numerator, denominator by denominator. And what we got actually matches our equation. Okay, now maybe you didn't draw your picture that you solved on your own like this. I'm going to show you one more way because there are lots of ways to solve these problems. So let's draw another fraction strip. So we know that, what was her name again? Oh, Robin. We know that Robin still read this much, 3/4. I'm gonna color it in right here. This is what Robin read. And then Mark read half of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split my fraction strip this way. And I know that Mark read half of what she read. So this is Mark. So what part of the entire book did he read? 1, 2, 3 out of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Still 3 out of 8. So that's another way to draw it. All right, let's look at this problem. Josh and Leslie are collecting clothes for a clothing drive. Leslie collected 1/3 as many clothes as Josh. If Josh collected 1/4 of a bag of clothes, how many bags of clothes did Leslie collect? All right, so make sure that you solve this before you continue watching. All right, so I'm going to draw a fraction bar. All right, so it says that Leslie collected 1/3 as many clothes as Josh. So let's start with Josh collected 1/4 of a bag. So let's split our bag into fourths. So we know that this is what Josh collected. Well, if she collected a third as many, then we've got to split what Josh collected into thirds. So this would be 1/3 of what Josh collected. So that's Leslie. Now, we have to find out how many bags or how much of the entire bag she collected. We've got to make equal parts. So I'm going to split everything else into thirds as well. So I know that Leslie collected 1 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1 out of 12. 1/12 of a bag. So now let's look at this as an of statement, and let's look at it as multiplication. Leslie collected 1/3 of 1/4. So we know that that means 1/3 times 1/4, and if we multiply numerator by numerator and then denominator by denominator, we get the same thing. Alright, now you may not have drawn the same picture that I drew, so let me just show you one more, and maybe you have even, a different one, I don't know. So here's our bag again, and we know that Josh still collected 1/4. Leslie collected then 1/3 of that, so let me get a different color. Alright, so what if you split it into thirds this way? Well, you know that Leslie, if this is what Josh collected, Leslie collected 1 out of those 1, 2, 3 pieces, and that is still 1 out of 3, 6, 9, or 3, 6, 9, 12, 1/12. So maybe you drew your picture that way. Alright, so you don't need to write a summary for this video, but I do want to make sure that you have all of the problems written down and that you understand them. So make sure you pause and rewind and watch the video as many times as you need to understand this. And I guess let me just add one thing here, that drawing pictures is so important. So make sure that you are familiar with how to draw the pictures.